So the movie starts with naked men and Lizzo's mother and her gang, who's telling us about how things in Greece used to be horrible and how these people called Titans used to harass people before Zeus came and defeated them. But instead of killing them like a normal person, he locked them away. Obviously, a decision that he's not going to live to regret, of course. Ogbeni, would you come out that foreshadowing for the screen? You the craze. We are then taken to this place called Mount Olympus. It's basically Greek heaven, and they're celebrating the birth of this boy called Hercules. We're also introduced to this guy called Hades, who is the villain of this movie. Basically, everybody hates him, and he's super jealous of Zeus, and he runs like Greek hellfire. Basically, he's Greek Satan, basically. He's Greek Satan. So, he has these two goons. They are quite irrelevant. So, they're not really relevant. They appear a lot in the movie, but in the grand scheme of things, they're quite irrelevant. So, we'll just call them this guy and that guy. So, these three people called the Sisters of Fate go and tell Hades that in 18 years time he's going to break the Titans out of Kidikidi and Zeus will fall, but the only way that he can do it is if he kills Hercules. So he prepares this agbo that is going to turn this child human, and basically this guy and that guy will kill him when he becomes human, because he's a god right now and they cannot kill him like that. And the plan almost works, but people show up and this guy and that guy run away. They later come to try to finish work, but Hercules didn't drink everything, so he's still very strong and he handles the two goons who decide to lie to Hades that they have actually disposed of him. However, the deed is done and he's no longer a god, so he cannot physically go back to Mount Olympus. So we cut to when he grows up and now everybody hates him because he's very clumsy. Like, at first I thought that they were just being mean, but boy, these guys will not be smart, you know. Like, look, imagine Humpty Dumpty, but on steroids.
Jerk. What a geek. Destructo boy.
Maybe we should call him Hercules. Yeah. We should call him Hercules.
Cheeky boy.
Nah, who wrote this script? Who wrote this script? You see them. We have found them. This can only be the product of 10 hours of hentai in the college dorm. You shall know them by their footage. Hercules basically scatters everywhere and almost gets people killed, so they chase him away, and he's very depresso espresso. So his pops finally tells him that he's adopted, and he goes all the way to the temple of Zeus, who begins to get very touchy when he sees a child and proceeds to grab the child. Yeah, okay. Let's not take this out of context. Okay. Basically, he tells him that he's his father and he has to go to heaven. But the only way to do that is he needs to prove himself as a true hero. So he sends him to this guy called Philoctetes, so that he can train him to become a true hero. And he gives him his horse and they go and find the guy. They pull up and find the guy who is ogling these innocent young ladies. This is what the word means, by the way. Anyhow, so they nab him and he tells them that he doesn't want to train them because everybody he has trained has been a failure. That's a very dodgy track record, but anyhow, Zeus talks to the guy and he finally decides to train Hercules and turns this twig into prime Arnold Schwarzenegger. So now that Hercules is ready, they decide to go to Thebes, which is basically like the ends, like the slums. It's like Compton to USA.
What happened? What'd they do?
He said he gave me all your money.
What the hell happened?
Basically, they need a hero. However, on their way, they stop to save this woman from this horse guy and they beat him up, and Hercules is now hard. To be honest, I can't even blame the guy. Like, this woman has got some sway, man. That is prime hip movement. Tyler level hips with some Shakira level sway. God damn. But no. We are children of God on this channel. We don't do that. So they continue to go to Thebes, but it turns out that this woman actually works for Hades and she tells him all about Hercules. So now he's pissed because he's alive and he comes up with a plan to kill the guy. We then come back to Thebes and Hercules is looking for work right before the same woman. Wait, her name is actually Meg. Right before Meg tells him that there are these two kids that are trapped under a rock. So he goes to save them. However, it turns out the children were actually sent by Hades to lure Hercules to the den of this snake monster, whom he fights and cuts off his head. But however, it's not dead, so they keep fighting it, and eventually the guy manages to crush it to death. And now the people respect him as their hero. Hades, however, does not give up and continues sending monsters to the guy, but he keeps defeating them and his fame keeps spreading. And yeah, I'm guessing these are actually the 12 labors of Hercules from Greek mythology. Yes, I read my books. Or maybe I just played the God of War. But however, Hades is very angry, so he sends Meg to go and seduce Hercules to try and find his weakness. And we get her backstory. This girl actually sold her soul to Greek Satan to save her boyfriend. However, he cheated on her with another woman and left. Damn. You could be a lesbian with a love story like that. So Hades makes a deal with her that if she finds his weakness, he'll set her free. So she goes. He then cut to Zeus, who is gaslighting Hercules, telling him that risking his life to save thousands does not make him a true hero. So defining every woman in Greek mythology, that one makes you, that is very heroic, but okay, that's fine. I ain't gonna lie, if I was Hercules at this point, I'd have gone full Kratos and made all of y'all niggas. Oh, yeah, I made a mistake. It was his sister, though, who happens to be Hercules' mother. So basically, Hercules cannot come home. And because of that, he's very depresso espresso. So this woman comes to seduce him, and we get this cute chemistry scene right before this cock blocker shows up. And he takes Bro away. However, the Ewure finds out that the woman is actually working with Hades. And Hades realizes that he is in love with the woman. So he kidnaps the horse and goes to Hercules, tells him that he will set the woman free if he gives up his strength for 24 hours, which he agrees to do under the condition that the woman does not get hurt. And Hades, being the cock blocker that he is, goes on to tell him that this horse ain't loyal and she's actually been working for him this entire time. So now Hercules is super depresso espresso. Hades then wastes no time freeing the Titans from Kirikiri, and they spin the block on Mount Olympus. Zeus sees that they have actually come to run the fade with him, and the most useless set of deities go to fight them, proceed to get mocked in like less than a minute. Literally, as soon as they went to fight them, they lost. That's cut. Nah, bro, nah. I swear, if I was Greek in this movie, I'll be Hades, because this is just disgraceful. I cannot be associated with this level of failure. Go for batting. So Hercules is trying to fight this one-eyed monster that Hades sent to go and beat him up, but he's basically weak, so he's like but he's not doing anything. But somehow he manages to beat the guy, and he almost dies, but Meg saves his life. And damn, that's it turns out that these hosts are loyal.
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
So Hercules goes to Olympus to go and finish the battle, and nigga carries the team like Mbappe versus Argentina. Oh my god. Bro came less than 5 minutes, he had completed work. This is crazy. Elite level carrying. Meg is still dead, but you said the day, sha. However, it turns out that saving the entire world of Greece from torment at the hands of the Titans also is not an act of true heroism, because and he goes all the way to the underworld to go and try to save her. And he jumps into this river of dead people to try and extract her soul from there. But he's dying the deeper he goes. But he still goes. And it turns out that saving thousands of lives from death at the hands of horrible monsters, that one was not heroism. Saving the entire Greek mythology from enslavement to Hades and the Titans, that one was not heroism. It was being a simp. That one was heroism.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
He's a god now and he can go to heaven. He then proceeds to resurrect Meg, and then he goes to heaven, and right in front of the pearly gates he decides that no, he wants to live and die for the sake of Yahash. And everybody lives happily ever after. The end.